Stop refrigerating. These 5 common foods, they cause cancer, dementia, and inflammation. Many of us, with the best intentions, place nearly all our groceries into the refrigerator, believing that the cold is the ultimate guardian of freshness and safety. However, this common practice might be leading us down a perilous path. A surprising revelation awaits. Certain everyday foods, when subjected to chilling temperatures, can transform into silent saboteurs, releasing compounds that have been alarmingly linked to serious health issues. Urologists, nutritionists, and neurologists are sounding the alarm, pointing out that a handful of staple foods, when kept in the cold, can foster the development of toxins associated with cancer, accelerate cognitive decline leading to dementia, and inflict significant damage upon our digestive systems. This discussion aims to illuminate 5 ubiquitous food items that, contrary to popular belief, should never find a home in your refrigerator. We will delve into the precise scientific reasons behind these recommendations, explaining how refrigerating them alters their delicate chemical structures, leading to the production of harmful toxins, or initiating processes that actively deplete vital nutrients essential for optimal brain function and overall bodily health. Prepare to discover how common household habits are unknowingly jeopardizing your well-being, and understand precisely why these seemingly innocent foods pose a hidden danger. As we proceed, pay close attention to the concluding item on this list, as it's a food item almost universally refrigerated, yet one that has been scientifically implicated in chronic brain inflammation and the gradual erosion of memory over time. By embracing the correct storage methods for these foods, you are not merely safeguarding your current health, you are actively investing in a future where your body remains robust, your mind stays sharp, and your energy levels remain consistently high. Let us embark on this journey of culinary wisdom and unlock the secrets to healthier eating, starting with our first offender. Our first culinary misstep involves potatoes. The common practice of refrigerating potatoes, born from a desire to extend their shelf life, is a significant oversight that carries substantial health risks. Food safety specialists and nutrition experts consistently warn that the frigid environment of a refrigerator triggers a dangerous chemical transformation within the potato. Specifically, the natural starches within the potato convert into sugars. This seemingly innocuous change has profound implications when the potatoes are subsequently cooked at high temperatures, whether through frying, baking, or roasting. Under heat, these newly formed sugars react with amino acids present in the potato, creating a compound known as acrylamide. Acrylamide is a well-documented carcinogen and has also been linked to serious nerve damage. The insidious nature of acrylamide lies in its subtlety. It possesses no discernible smell or taste, making it impossible to detect by our senses. Yet, it quietly infiltrates our systems, accumulating over time with repeated exposure. Research has underscored the heightened risk of cognitive decline associated with frequent consumption of acrylamide-laden foods, particularly among older adults. This accumulation of damage to nerve cells in the brain may even contribute to the development of dementia. Therefore, the simple act of storing potatoes incorrectly can contribute to a slow, unnoticeable deterioration of your body's health over many years. Potatoes, in stark contrast to their refrigerated fate, thrive in conditions that are cool, dark, and dry, eschewing the extreme cold. The ideal sanctuary for potatoes is a well-ventilated pantry, a shelf in a cool basement, or even a paper bag stored in a cabinet, shielded from direct sunlight. The temperature should remain moderate, never dipping to freezing levels. When stored in such optimal conditions, potatoes retain their firm texture and nutrient density, crucially without developing the problematic sugars that lead to harmful compound formation during cooking. Beyond the risk of acrylamide, refrigerating potatoes also negatively impacts digestive health. The conversion of starch to sugar alters how the body metabolizes these carbohydrates, leading to potentially detrimental spikes in blood sugar levels. This is of particular concern for individuals managing diabetes or insulin resistance. By keeping potatoes out of the refrigerator, you not only protect your brain from potential damage, but also contribute positively to your blood health and overall energy balance. Furthermore, any signs of sprouting or developing green patches on potatoes are critical red flags, indicating the presence of solanine, a toxic compound capable of inducing nausea and, in severe instances, exhibiting neurological symptoms. The refrigerator's cold environment can inadvertently accelerate the development of solanine by stressing the potato. Consequently, it is imperative to inspect your potatoes regularly. Any that appear soft or have turned green should be discarded. It is also advisable to purchase potatoes in smaller quantities to ensure they are consumed while fresh. A minor adjustment in your food storage habits, moving potatoes from the refrigerator to a dark, cool cabinet, can significantly reduce your exposure to potential carcinogens and promote smoother bodily functioning. This mindful practice is a simple yet powerful act of self-care, a small step that contributes immensely to your overall health and vitality with every meal you prepare. Next on our list of foods to keep out of the cold is the humble onion. It is a common sight in many kitchens to find onions nestled alongside other produce in the refrigerator, a practice stemming from the assumption that the cold environment will prolong their freshness. However, this storage method can, over time, render onions a source of toxicity. Onions possess a natural affinity for absorbing moisture and airborne bacteria, and when subjected to the damp, cool atmosphere of a refrigerator, their decomposition accelerates. This accelerated breakdown process leads to the formation of sulfur compounds, which not only degrade the onion's characteristic flavor, but can also lead to significant stomach irritation. More concerningly, recent studies suggest that these compounds may contribute to chronic inflammation within the body, a known precursor to numerous debilitating diseases, including cancer and dementia. As an onion absorbs excessive moisture in the refrigerator, its cellular structure weakens, resulting in a soft, watery texture. The subsequent decay of its layers fosters the proliferation of mold spores and harmful microorganisms that can easily go undetected by the untrained eye. These undesirable elements do not merely spoil the onion, they release volatile gases that have the capacity to contaminate other foods stored in close proximity. This means a single improperly stored onion can inadvertently compromise the integrity of everything else within your refrigerator. Moreover, cold temperatures actively degrade the natural antioxidants present in onions, notably quercetin. Quercetin is a potent compound known for its role in shielding the brain from oxidative stress and supporting memory function. When an onion is chilled, its cell walls fracture, causing its vital nutrients to oxidize and lose their beneficial potency. In essence, refrigeration not only diminishes the taste and textural quality of your onions, but also strips them of the very compounds that are crucial for combating disease and slowing the aging process. The optimal method for storing onions is in a cool, dry location that allows for good air circulation. Utilizing a mesh bag, a paper sack, or a woven basket permits the onions to breathe and remain fresh for extended periods, often for several weeks. It is crucial to keep them away from direct sunlight and, importantly, from potatoes. The gases emitted by potatoes have been observed to hasten the spoilage of onions. Should you find yourself with a surplus of a cut onion that you wish to preserve, it is advisable to wrap it tightly in a dry paper towel, place it in a sealed container, and refrigerate it for no more than a day or two. Beyond this brief window, the risk of significant bacterial growth increases dramatically. A telltale sign of an onion that has been refrigerated for too long is a pronounced odor, even before visible signs of spoilage appear. This strong scent serves as a warning signal, indicating a shift in the onion's chemical balance and a compromise of its safety and nutritional value. Your brain and body rely heavily on antioxidants to combat inflammation and degeneration. Preserving the freshness and chemical integrity of your onions through proper storage is a simple yet profoundly effective strategy for protecting your overall health. Remember, fresh onions not only elevate the taste of your culinary creations, but also contribute to a sharper mind and a more resilient immune system. Third on our list of foods to keep out of the refrigerator are tomatoes. Despite their ubiquitously appearing in refrigerators worldwide, tomatoes are another prime example of a food that suffers significantly from chilling. The moment a tomato is exposed to cold temperatures, the very enzymes responsible for its vibrant flavor and alluring aroma begin to break down. This degradation of flavor is compounded by the detrimental effect of cold on the tomato's antioxidant content. These vital compounds are crucial for protecting your body against inflammation and disease, and refrigeration actively destroys them. Among the most important of these antioxidants is lycopene, a powerful phytonutrient renowned for its ability to reduce the risk of heart disease, certain cancers, and even age-related cognitive decline. When a tomato's cellular structure is compromised by the cold, it releases its internal water content, leading to a loss of firmness. The cell membranes rupture, causing the flesh to become mealy and dull in appearance. This is why refrigerated tomatoes often taste bland or sour. It is not merely a subjective perception of poor flavor, but a direct consequence of chemical degradation. Scientific studies in food science have demonstrated that storing tomatoes below 50 degrees for more than 2 days can effectively halve their antioxidant levels. For senior individuals, this translates into a significant loss of essential nutrients that are vital for maintaining cognitive function and defending the body against oxidative stress, a major contributor to both dementia and cancer. Another significant concern associated with refrigerating tomatoes is the increased risk of bacterial contamination. Refrigerators are often characterized by condensation and micromoisture, particularly in the areas where produce is stored. When tomatoes absorb this moisture through their delicate skins, they create an ideal breeding ground for bacteria, such as Listeria. This bacterium can lead to serious infections, especially in older adults with compromised immune systems. While this contamination may not be visible or detectable by smell, even small amounts of bacteria can cause cumulative harm to the body over time. Tomatoes, by nature, thrive in moderate temperatures. The ideal storage method involves keeping them at room temperature, stem side up, on a countertop, or within a paper bag, shielded from direct sunlight. If tomatoes begin to ripen too quickly, it is advisable to store them in a cool rather than cold environment. This practice allows them to continue ripening naturally while preserving their nutritional value and flavor. Once a tomato has been cut, it can be stored for a brief period in a sealed glass container in the refrigerator, but it should be consumed as soon as possible thereafter. Tomatoes are one of nature's most potent gifts for maintaining both heart and brain health. However, refrigeration effectively neutralizes their natural healing capabilities. The disappearance of their robust flavor is not merely a loss of taste, it signifies the depletion of natural compounds that protect your memory, skin, and immune system. Every time you allow a tomato to ripen naturally on your counter, you are ensuring your body receives the full spectrum of its vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, precisely as nature intended. Food scientists often speak of living foods, referring to those that continue to respire, ripen, and nourish. Tomatoes are a quintessential example of such foods. Keeping them out of the refrigerator not only preserves their exquisite taste, but more importantly, safeguards your health and promotes longevity. Your brain and body will express their gratitude every time you consume a tomato that is fresh and vibrant, rather than one that has been rendered cold and nutrient depleted. Moving on to number 4, we encounter garlic. Garlic is widely celebrated for its remarkable health benefits, including its ability to bolster the immune system, help regulate blood pressure, and protect cardiovascular health. However, a crucial detail often overlooked is that refrigerating garlic fundamentally alters its chemical composition, transforming one of nature's most potent medicinal foods into a potential source of toxins. When garlic is exposed to cold, humid conditions for prolonged periods, it initiates initiates a sprouting process, often developing a green core. This sprouting is a biological signal that triggers the production of sulfur compounds. These compounds can lead to digestive irritation, and when garlic containing them is cooked, it can produce harmful byproducts associated with increased oxidative stress in the body. Furthermore, cold temperatures impede garlic's natural ability to produce allicin, the key natural compound responsible for its potent antibacterial, antiviral, and anti-cancer properties. Once chilled, the enzymes within garlic become largely inactive, meaning that even if the garlic appears outwardly fresh, its nutritional potency is significantly diminished. You might notice that refrigerated garlic exhibits a sharper, more bitter taste. This bitterness is a clear indicator of chemical breakdown. Over time, the consumption of such compromised garlic can contribute to chronic inflammation, a primary driver for the development of both cancer and dementia. An additional significant concern is the heightened risk of mold development. Garlic cloves stored in the refrigerator are highly susceptible to absorbing excess moisture. This damp environment provides a fertile ground for the proliferation of Clostridium botulinum, the same bacterium responsible for botulism, a potentially life-threatening illness. Even if the garlic appears visually safe, invisible spores can still form. Upon ingestion, these spores can release toxins that directly attack the nervous system. For older adults, particularly those with weakened immune systems, this risk can be considerably more severe. Therefore, the question arises, what is the proper method for storing garlic? It should be kept in a cool, dry, and well-ventilated area, such as a hanging basket or an open bowl placed on your countertop. It is essential to avoid plastic bags or sealed containers that trap moisture and prevent adequate airflow. Garlic needs to breathe to maintain its integrity. When stored correctly as whole bulbs, garlic can remain fresh and retain its health protective qualities for weeks and sometimes even months. If you have already peeled or chopped your garlic, it can be stored in a tightly sealed glass jar with a thin layer of olive oil in the refrigerator, but this should be for a limited duration of only a few days. The olive oil acts as a barrier against air exposure, but it is critical to consume the garlic promptly to mitigate the risk of bacterial proliferation. The true power of garlic lies in its inherent purity, the synergistic action of its natural oils, enzymes, and antioxidants. Refrigeration disrupts this delicate natural harmony, stripping away the very elements that make it a healing food. Consider garlic as a living medicine. It thrives at room temperature, not in cold storage. By adhering to proper storage techniques, you preserve its remarkable capacity to combat inflammation, enhance brain health, and safeguard your heart. A simple bowl of garlic on your counter, stored correctly, can quietly serve as one of your most formidable defenses against illness. Finally, we arrive at number 5, bread. Bread stands as a cornerstone of the diet for countless households, yet it is frequently one of the most mishandled food items in terms of storage. The common practice of refrigerating bread, under the assumption that it will remain fresher for longer, is a habit that insidiously degrades both its quality and its safety. Food scientists have conclusively demonstrated that refrigerating bread significantly accelerates a process known as starch retrogradation. During this process, the starch molecules within the bread begin to resystolize, resulting in bread that becomes dry, hard, and nutritionally deficient. However, the more alarming consequence of refrigeration is that this process can create an ideal breeding ground for mold and mycotoxins. Mycotoxins are substances that have been directly linked to an increased risk of cancer, liver damage, and neurological decline. When bread absorbs moisture within the cold environment of the refrigerator, it effectively sweats inside its packaging. This trapped moisture becomes a nutrient source for microscopic fungi, most notably species of Aspergillus and Penicillium. These molds produce mycotoxins, which are invisible to the naked eye. These harmful compounds have been directly associated with Brain inflammation and memory loss, particularly in older adults. It is a common misconception that removing the moldy portion of a loaf renders the rest of the bread safe for consumption. However, this is far from the truth. Mycotoxins can spread extensively beyond the visible mold, meaning that every slice may contain trace amounts of these harmful compounds, which can slowly accumulate in the body over time. Refrigerating bread also alters its fundamental chemical makeup, weakening the natural fibers that are essential for healthy digestion and stable blood sugar control. The hardened starch molecules force the digestive system to work harder to break them down, often leading to uncomfortable symptoms such as bloating, fatigue, and erratic glucose levels. For older adults managing conditions like diabetes or heart disease, this can exacerbate inflammation and oxidative stress, which are key underlying factors in both cancer and dementia. Instead of refrigeration, bread should be stored in a cool, dry area at room temperature. Opt for breathable packaging, such as paper or linen bags, rather than plastic, which tends to trap humidity and promote spoilage. If you purchase more bread than you can consume within a few days, the best practice is to freeze it in airtight portions. Freezing effectively preserves its freshness and prevents mold growth without negatively impacting the bread's structure. When you are ready to enjoy frozen bread, toasting or gently warming the slices can help restore their optimal texture and flavor. It is also prudent to consider the type of bread you purchase. Highly processed white breads often contain preservatives that, while extending shelf life, can irritate the gut and cause rapid blood sugar spikes. Prioritizing whole grain or sourdough varieties is advisable, as they are richer in natural fiber, beneficial probiotics, and essential nutrients that support both heart and brain health. Bread has been a fundamental part of human history for millennia, long before the invention of refrigerators. Storing it naturally not only ensures its safety, but also honors its intended consumption as a fresh, nourishing, and life-giving food. Small, consistent habits like these can have a profound and positive impact over time. The foods we consume daily possess the power to either heal or harm us, and the simple act of how you store your bread can decisively tip that balance towards health or disease. By protecting your mind and body through proper bread storage, you are making a choice that yields significant long-term benefits. What may seem like a minor adjustment today can indeed be one of the most powerful steps you can take in preventing the very diseases that often rob individuals of their memory, vitality, and peace of mind. In conclusion, as we draw this discussion to a close, take a moment to reflect on how many of these 5 critical foods, potatoes, onions, tomatoes, garlic, and bread, are currently residing in your refrigerator. For most of us, placing these items in the cold is a deeply ingrained habit, a subconscious belief that we are actively enhancing our health and safety. However, the reality is that we may, in fact, be inadvertently undermining our well-being. The manner in which we store our food extends far beyond mere freshness. It directly influences our physical health, our cognitive function, and our long-term vitality. Chronic diseases such as cancer and dementia do not manifest overnight. They are the cumulative result of years of small, repeated choices, including how we prepare, consume, and crucially, store our food. Every dietary decision we make either fortifies our body or weakens it. The empowering truth in this realization is that you remain in control. It is never too late to modify your habits and implement protective measures for your health. By storing these specific foods at room temperature, you actively preserve their vital nutrients, their inherent natural defenses, and the delicate balance that nature intended. You will likely notice an improvement in the taste of your meals, a smoother digestive process, and a more stable, consistent energy level throughout your day. More importantly, you will be shielding your brain and your cells from the damaging chemical stresses that arise from improper storage. These are not complex medical interventions. They are straightforward, practical adjustments that anyone can implement. For older adults, in particular, these minor changes can translate into a remarkable enhancement of their overall health and quality of life. You have likely spent a lifetime dedicated to caring for others, Now is the opportune moment to extend that same level of care and attention to yourself through the simplest yet most effective means possible. We sincerely appreciate your engagement in this discussion. We encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below, perhaps mentioning one key insight you gained today and how you intend to incorporate it into your daily life. Your perspectives are highly valued and provide us with significant motivation and encouragement to continue creating informative and inspiring content. If you found this video beneficial and insightful, please do not hesitate to like, subscribe, and share it with your network. Your support empowers us to continue our mission of informing and inspiring you. Thank you for your viewership, and we eagerly anticipate your presence in our next video.